Ladies and gentlemen, I am one very happy person. I have just caught my biggest ever Atlantic salmon from the Hampshire Avon. We think it's between 32 and 33 pounds. It's a cockfish. It is no more than 1 week in the system, and for the first time in 6 years, I've revisited the fishery, the royalty, down on the Hampshire Avon. I had my first year here 6-7 years ago, and I didn't know a thing. And I've come back, so to speak, after 6 years being over at the Summersley estate, learning the craft and art of fishing. And I've come back to this river, and I've seen this river in a totally different light. And I've just literally seen the tail of a beautiful bit of water that runs into the railway swim, and I looked at it and I thought, my goodness me, deep pool, lovely flow, lovely tail, and this special spinner, a MEPS 5. I got it from Davis Tackle just a week ago. Paul Shuttler put me onto those. He lost his 25 up on the Summersley estate with a MEPS 4. Well, I've gone for the 5, taken the barbs off it. I've got 30-pound fluorocarbon through this, and that fluorocarbon is no more than about 2.5 to 3 feet. I've got a power swivel on there as well. The power swivel is about 60 carp special, and attached to that I've got 30-pound braid, and then I'm using my famous, what I think is my famous anyway, it's my spinning rod, and it is the Northwestern Sealy spinning rod, and I'm using a M40 reel which has 6 bearings, and it was up for the business, and I'm so pleased. That's the setup. Literally, it was the 3rd or 4th cast, upstreaming the MEPS into the tail, counting down 6 seconds to get the spinner down, and just retrieving to us, and it slammed it. And I saw this great big silver bar in eruption. I knew it was big, it looked big, it just stripped the line, and I just played it in, and because I was so well beefed up, it took me 4 or 5 minutes to bring it in. And fortunately I had John, the bailiff down here, the gamekeeper, he came and helped me with the landing, and another guy fishing up helped me. And ladies and gentlemen, you can see why this is called the railway swim. And there's the bridge, that's the pool. I'm delighted. Been here just for a couple of hours and literally just focused on the salmon fishing, and it's been fantastic. So here's the footage, enjoy the footage. We've got underwater release, we've got the take, we've got the battle, we've got the landing, we've got the weighing, we've got the release, and we've got the underwater footage, and we've got some great stunning still pictures to show you as well. So enjoy the video. Okay, this is the railway bridge pool. And you can see the railway bridge over the top there. Bobby's walking down to Fiddler's, giving that a go for the salmon. You can see him walking back there in the background, just walking down. There he is. There's old Bobby Windsor walking down the back, heading towards the museum. And that's lovely. We're going to give this railway swim a go. The salmon lying up under the bridge, and we'll see how we go. Beautiful, beautiful day. Wonderful clear fishery. Let's give it a shot. Wow, this looks salmony to me. Look at that. Wow, it looks beautiful. I'm going to put a spinner through there, that's for sure. Just flicker down. Just let us sit down and then work her back. I like the look of this pool. Look at the depth here. Salmon all over. Real depth here. I'm fishing that MEPS 5. Just letting it work gently through the flow as a back flow. This looks very good. Very good indeed. Just working it through. That's working beautifully. Just look at that. Isn't that lovely? So 12 o'clock. Let that sit. Get down low. It's a deep pool. I reckon it's 7 or 8 feet depth there. And then just working it back. Working it back. Working it back. Nice and slowly does it. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like this pool. Look at the flow, look at the neck. Salmon would be lying on that neck coming over there. So I think it's worth a go. Definitely. So I'll upstream it now. Just look how beautifully that's working. So let's flicker up into that zone. Just let them move across, and then give a chance to move down, and then we just work it back. working it back on that flow. My goodness me, that's a lovely tail. Isn't that nice? I can see a lovely tail there anyway. Fish on, fish on. Salmon on! Big salmon on! Big salmon on, guys! Big salmon on! Very big salmon. Bob! Help! Big salmon on! Can you get some help? I've got a big salmon on. Bob! It's a 30-pounder. 30-pound salmon. Can you give me a hand with the net? This is a big boy. Big salmon on, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very, very big fish. Oh my word. It just looks so good. I just knew it was good. This is a big boy. This is a very big fish. My goodness, it's a big fish. Just behind is the big net. Well, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. If you can open up that net. There's a land camera. If you can get the land camera working for me, this would be brilliant to get on land camera. Look at the size of it. That's a 30. We've got a 30 on here. Oh my word.
Just keep the adrenaline pumping.
As long as these hooks don't come. It just looks so good. I looked at it, I thought, my goodness me, it's got salmon written all over it. This is a very powerful fish. Oh, he's stripping. He is stripping. He's stripping. Oh.
Are you okay there, mate?
Yeah, I'm okay, I'm okay. He's taking me down here. Just look at the size of him. Just look at the size of him. Are there any snags down there? I don't know this pool very well.
Snag in there this year, I don't know.
Right, let's get it out the snags.
A lot of weeds.
Okay.
Heavy weeds, but
Okay, can you open her up? She's going to get her head up. Get behind her. She's going to come up in a second. She's coming towards us. Look. Look at the size of her. She's huge. Right, okay. Big Atlantic, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, get behind her, get behind her. Okay. Now. Right, I'm going to... Oh, my word. Okay, can you get... Okay, I want to get his head up first. Just wait. Oh.
leave her in the water anyway. We'll have to,
oh my word.
about.
All right, here we go, here we go. Oh.
You've got a tiddler. It's a big fish, John. It's like 25.
25 up. Oh. Right, I'm going to bring its head round. That's John. Okay, can you get the net down? I'm going to lift her up. Oh my word, that is a fish and a half. Okay, get the net in. Okay, she's yours, she's yours. All right, okay.
How long you had it on?
5 minutes, okay, she's yours, she's yours. Net in, under we go. That is one hell of a... Keep her in the water, please, keep her in the water. Thank you so much, thank you. Oh man, this is the biggest fish I've had this season. It's 25 plus.
You gonna measure it, Joe?
Shit, this is a big fish. Let's take on the shallows. Oh my word. It just looks so fishy, John. Can you just hold that one for us? How deep is it here? Can I go in?
No, not here.
Can we take around the shallows?
You take around the shallows first.
Oh my word, this is a big. Let's take around the shallows. Oh my word, it's getting on for 25, 30, I reckon.
Going up. Really? Yeah. Right, well...
Is it shallow up here?
Yeah, you probably want to...
Oh, I can get on there. Oh, I can get on here.
You're on it?
I'm in. This is an absolute beauty, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe it. This is getting on for 25.
Yeah, you could be
25 at least.
Well, you've got scales in that depth.
I have. Right, this barbless hooks. So this is an absolute beauty, ladies and gentlemen. What a beauty. I've got the video land camera on the side.
Well, I don't know how to use the camera, no, so we've got to have a picture of that.
That is an absolute peach. I think it came out in the net. It's barbless. They tend to come out in the net, the barbless.
You want to get the hook away from the net.
I'm just trying to find it, mate. Where is it? Where is it?
Get the line and just run your hand down the line.
I think, oh, it's in the net. Look, it's even unhooked itself.
Right, cut the hook back this way.
Wow. What a fish, man. What a fish. First day on the Royalty in 6 years. And I'm into a salmon, ladies and gentlemen. What a top fishery this is. Just looked right. I predicted it. That tail just looked like it was holding a fish. Right, these hooks are all barbless. They all come out nicely. She's not far off 30, John.
Yeah, like I say, you're going to be a little bit surprised.
I think she's not far off 30. It's a cockfish as well. Aggressive. I'm so pleased with this fish. So pleased. It's been in the system for... Yeah, it's been in the system for a few weeks. I don't think this is a fresh run fish. No lice on her. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate your help. Oh man, it just looks so fishy, John. When I came up here, it just looked so good. So I want to just want to hold her in the flow. Get these hooks out. See, barbless is so easy. I mean, I didn't have to mess with it at all. It's such a good technique, the barbless. Oh man, I'm still shaking. This is a good fish. Still shaking. Wallop. It took that spin out. Like the MEPS 5. Like that indeed.
Right, that fish in there. Yeah.
Right, hooks are out.
Okay.
We'll get those out of the way. I want to get her onto the flow a bit. Can I just... Okay. You want to weigh her straight away?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. It's a weigh net, so...
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to guess 28, personally. You've got kilos and £1 on the back. Yeah. $14.
14 kilos.
13, so that's about 28?
Yeah, 28.
28, thank you, mate. I thought it was about 28.
Yeah.
26, 28, I'm pleased with that.
Now,
Well, thank you.
We'll take a picture of you holding it in the water.
Yep. Oh, man,
Right.
I'm just so pleased, man. I'm just so pleased.
Right.
Okay, this is such a top fish. Top fish, man. Clean as a whistle, cockfish. Right, ladies and gentlemen, 28-pound cockfish caught third cast on the railway swim on that lovely bit of water there. It just looks so fishy. My goodness, that looks fishy. What a fish. I knew a fish would be holding out there. So we'll just get some underwater shots. We'll get an underwater release as well. We've got a very kind gentleman who's got a great camera. He's going to take a picture for us. Okay. Right. Right, John, do you want to get the net for me? Tell you what, if I...
Well, what do you do?
Look, if I lift him slightly over the water, can you zoom in? John, if you hold the net... Now, I would like to present it for the camera. But at the same token...
All you've got to do is look over, pull that up once, and that's it, you're done. It's photographed.
Did you get a good picture? Okay, good man.
Right. Okay, I'll let you.
Thanks, John.
Right, just get my tail.
Yeah. Let me just get the underwater camera before we do anything. Let me just hold that for me. I want to get an underwater release on this one. Right, underwater release, let's support him. Oh, what a beautiful fish, ladies and gentlemen. What a beauty, right. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at that, what a fish. What a fish. See the fish. Right, we're going to recover him now, make sure he's good to go before he goes. That is one hell of a fish, John.
Yeah, I would say just stay with him
Yeah,
until.
yeah. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just so chuffed, man. I'm so chuffed. Look at the paddle on him. Got to show you his paddle. Look at the size of the paddle. Let's get him recovered. It's going to take him a good 15, I reckon, before he's ready to go.
He'll kick when he's ready to go.
Yeah. He's beautiful, isn't he? Isn't he beautiful, though? So what's the biggest you've had so far this year? Is this the biggest?
Yeah, that'd be the biggest.
What did you have before that?
Well, there was one extremely bigger than that.
I heard that Freddie lost a 40.
Yeah.
Was it a 40?
Oh, well,
38, 38, 35?
it wasn't weighed, so I'm not going to put any weight on it, but it was extremely big fish. Dwarf that, what you've got there.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard it was on the Devon minnow as well.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to just let him kick up. He almost wants to go. Make sure he's stabilised. Luckily, I only played him in 4 or 5 minutes. I beefed up, 30 pound all the way through, 4-minute fight. This will need no more than 5 minutes to go. He wants to go. He wants to go. Wow. Right, I'm going to let him go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Look at that. Just look at that. What a beauty. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he beautiful?
He'll soak there, I should imagine, for a little bit.
That's okay.
Drop back into deeper water.
We'll get some underwater photography while he's there. Let's get him on the underwater camera. I'd like to see him bolt off, but he's got a bit of lactic acid build up. Oh, that is a stunning fish.
Let's put your net
Behind it, just in case. What?
on the weights and measures.
Yeah, sure.
I personally think that was bigger.
I think.
Oh, well done, buddy.
Yeah, New Milton. Yeah. Okay, cheers. Yeah. Oh, that'd be lovely. Yes, please. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be fantastic. That's okay. Can you get two? Can you get 3 prints of that? Because I've got a friend. I want to give one.
I'd like one for here, if that's all right.
I'll give one for John. Yes, please. Yeah. Thank you ever so much. He's gone. Is he gone? I think he's gone. Can't see him. He's gone. He's shot. Do you know what, John? This fishery is top fishery, man. My first day in 6 years, I'm into a fish. What's going on? What can I say? All I say is I come here. Do you know what? I fished this. My first ever year's fishing here was 7 years ago with your predecessor, Burgess.
All right.
I never had a lesson in my life. Trout fishermen come good. And I knew nothing about etiquette. I knew nothing about salmon fishing. And I lost 3 big fish off Edwards in my first year. I knew it was a good fishery, and now I've had 6 years experience on the Somerset estate. I come and look at this so differently. I look at that tail and I think salmon, straight on it, second cast, bang. At least there's no sea lice on it. That was probably holding in the
Did it have sea lice on it?
No. So we'll do the scalp. Should we measure it up?
Yeah, I'd like to do the weights and measures on that. I think it's imperative.
Because that could be a 30.
Yeah,
It looked like close to 30 to me.
Yeah. Right. Well, I told you it was 13 in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realise it goes 13 and then 15. So it's 14.
14.
So we're talking, well, if they're spot on, that's £29.
That's a good fish. I'm pleased with that. Do you know, that's the second 29 I've had. I haven't broken the 30 yet. If that goes 30, I'll be delighted.
That's what I say.
Mind you, you were resting it. To be honest with you, that fish was resting on the reeds as well when you lifted it. You know that, don't you?
Really?
That wasn't its full weight, I don't think. It was. You just couldn't get it off the reeds. That was sitting on the reeds before you lifted it. So that could be 30.
Yeah. Well, I want to get.
What I should have done is I should have measured it, because the measures are pretty good.
Well, that's why I wanted to weigh it, and then I was going to get there. In fact, what's the time? Yeah.
Should we go and do it now?
Well, I can't. When the shop opens, 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, okay. I am such a happy bunny, man. That is.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, cheers, John.
Well done.
Cheers.
I thought it
14.
13. I thought, if you look here, look.
It's got pound on the other side as well, though.
Well,
Where's the 14? And just take it across. You'll see the pound on the other side.
well, that's right. Pull that, John. Keep going. Right, it was there. Right there. Right there. It's just 14.
It's over 30 then. It's over 30.
14. It's 2.2.
That's 31.
31
That's 31. Yes, I've hit the 30.
Well done,
31.
yeah,
31.
Okay.
31, my son. Oh my goodness me, I'm just so happy. That's joint with Steve's fish up on the Summers estate.
Well,
but mine was fresher.
All I'm going to say is don't hold your breath. It may even be bigger, because when we weighed Jason's on exactly the same net, it was about 1.5 pounds out, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah. I think it was a pound or 1.5 pounds out.
All right, then we'll...
That's why I always...
All I know is I'm glad I had £30 line on. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for doing. Yeah, thanks for doing that. Hi, Bob.
Hello.
How you doing, Bob?
I'm at the car park.
Oh, I just caught a fish.
What, a salmon?
Yeah.
Big.
Wasn't very big. 32.5, maybe 33.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
Off the railway bridge, just on the tail. I just put it back. I mean, I tried to call you. I was shouting your name, but you wouldn't believe how loud I was shouting. But I couldn't phone you because I was in the middle of a big battle.
Well done. What did you take it on?
Silver 5 with with blue spots.
What, upstream or down?
Upstream on the tail leading into the railway bridge.
Well, I fished that. There's an old boy fishing below you. He wouldn't stop talking.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
All I can say is that I am just in heaven right now. And I've got a guy across called Gary who's taking some stunners for me. He's going to send them down here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I've got 3 prints coming for 20 quid, 15 by 4. And I'm going to give one to the fishery, one to myself, and I put one up in the house as well. So
Fantastic.
it is a
Right,
beast.
I'll see you shortly then.
Yeah, it's a cockfish.
Okay, lady.
Cheers, Bobby.
Well done.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Bye. Bye. This tail has to be the nicest tail on the Royalty fishery I've seen. It swings round, creates a lovely, lovely V, and it runs hard against that bank, and then you've got a huge, huge pool below that, which is just under the bridge itself. It is fantastic. And I'm just going to show you where the fish took. Full cast. I upped the MEPS probably to about there. I'm going to zoom in on it. About there. And then as I counted down to about 7 or 8, so the MEPS dropped down nice and deep, I just slowly retrieved towards me. And as it came on the bend, that salmon hit it with venom. I'll tell you, it was just electric. And that's where we played it in, all the way through here. There's a deep hole, you can't chest wade down here, but if you take the fish up to your left-hand bank, there's a gravel bar. You can get in, and you can return the fish in the water if you've got your chest waders. So I think this has got to be one of the best pools in the whole of the Royalty, personally. And that's just lovely, isn't it? So, very, very good. That's lovely. Just going to show you the pub down here in the High Street down in Christchurch. You can see the Royalty Inn just across the road there. And there's some lovely pictures of some lovely fish in there. Perhaps we'll take you into the inn later. And I'm just going to go into the tackle shop just on the right hand side, Davis Tackle, and we'll show you where that is as well. It's just up here on the road. There's the Royalty Inn, and you can see that's the Royalty Inn. And just opposite the Royalty Inn you can see Davis Tackle. That's the fishing tackle shop. They do a lot of hardy and grey stuff in there. It's a top tackle shop. Lots of good stuff in there. If you're into salmon fishing, that's the place to pop in, get your bits and pieces. See, they've got the traditional salmon rods in here. Some really old tackle in here. You can see the tackle goes back 50, 60, 70, 80 years. Some lovely old flies. Look at those lovely salmon flies. Aren't they nice? Singles, traditionally done. Got some old plugs. Got some metal Devon minnows in there. Look at that. I mean, that's a history lesson in its own right going in here. Isn't that lovely? Massive, massive reel there. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff here. Got here tube flies, old tube flies, spinners. You got a fly with a spinner on it there. It's all nice. It's all good. Right. Hello, Nigel. First visit in about 6 years. 30 plus. Oh.
On the two roads today. 13, that line there after 13. That one there.
The fish was also resting on the reeds, by the way, Nigel. It wasn't fully off the ground.
No, I had it off the ground.
Was it off the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're still going to find out, aren't we?
24 what?
That's a nice pike. Did you get a bigger pike than that coming out or not? Well, what's the biggest you had out of the fishery? 28, 30 pound?
38.
You've had a 38?
Up there. There it is there.
Have a look at this. What, that one there?
Yeah.
That one's a 38?
Yeah.
It's a clonker. Look at him down it. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the size of that fish. That's a 38 pike. You've got a big bream there. Got some lovely barbel. What's the biggest barbel of the fishery?
17.8.
17.8. We've got here a couple of salmon here, 27, 28 on the same day. Is that Tony Timms in
Yeah.
his younger day? Now he's the one that put the royalty salmon, what do you call it? You call it a museum, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Is it okay to go down there and take a few shots down there?
Yeah.
Yeah? That'd be nice to see what's down there. But my goodness me, there's some fish here, isn't there?
This is the guy that showed me how to catch the big roach.
What, that guy there?
Guy that,
On the right?
the guy here with the pink, I can't think his name. You'll know him, won't you? This guy here. I can't read that. He was a publican from Kingston.
Guy with the hat.
Oh, is that Joe Harrop?
No.
No, not Joe. Let me get that in.
Is that, you've got a £3, 5 ounce roach there, October '86. That isn't the.
What's his name? Paul? It says it's got his name on there, I can't see it.
Right. Roach £2.11.
He was a publican from Kingston.
Howard.
That's it, Cliff Howard.
Cliff Howard.
Cliff Howard. That's
Well, he
the
showed you how to roach fish, did he?
Well, he showed you where the fish were.
God, look at the size of that chub. That's a good 710 there, isn't it? Nice fish. Yeah. Well, Gary, who took the picture, is going to do a special frame picture of that salmon for here. So, it's coming tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Meeting him here at 1 o'clock tomorrow. £15, 11 ounce barbel. It's a big barbel being caught here. Very, very nice. Very nice. Yes. Just waiting on Nigel, he's just going to check the scales for us. Look at that, look at that.
Well,
Bob,
you got scales.
Bob, look at this.
Scales on the net.
Yeah, it's built into net. Bob, look at this roach. I haven't seen that. Have you seen this roach? Look at that. Oh, gotta go on that. Just look at that. Beautiful. Perch. Barbel. That's nice.
That's 30. What did it come out at there? 31. Yeah. 31.
31. I've broke. Cheers, I've broken the 30 mark. Thanks, Nigel.
Congratulations.
Is this out by a pound then, or?
That's bang on.
Oh, it's bang on.
Bang on.
So it's 31, was it?
Yeah.
So what you read, we thought was 28, was actually 31.
No.
Because you thought it was a
No, I was reading. Yeah, but when I was
I'm
putting
with
it
him.
up,
Oh, right. Of course you are. She's got a hat.
and I turned it around, and I wanted to look at the kilos, and I was trying to turn it around, and where
Okay.
it was.
got you. So
But that's the line it went on.
so 31. Oh man. What I've done is Gary took a lovely picture. Gary Robson, who's fishing the far bank, and he said 1 o'clock tomorrow he's going to drop a picture off here for you. I've got a nice big frame picture for your shop. I'm going to have one for probably Jason would want one, wouldn't he, or not?
Yeah, I think so.
Get one for Jason and then one for myself. There's 3 coming. And then TNS, Bobby's trying to do a feature for me on TNS. He thinks that I'm the bee's knees. He thinks that I've resurrected all the old boys that have kind of given up a little bit, and he thinks my videos are bringing them back. Andrew wanted a bit more convincing. I think what we did today might convince him.
Is your name? Your name's
Paul
Greenacre.
Greenacre, yeah.
Paul Greenacre.
Yeah.
You haven't got a Lewis in there, have you? Somewhere. Because you're sounding just like Jason.
Do I?
That'll be it. You've no idea what you've done now.
What have I done?
He's going to be down here, and it's going to be. You've set a benchmark for him.
Have I?
Yeah.
But what's really funny about this is I fished here 7 years ago, and my first year ever fishing, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to read the river. I've had 6 years in the wilderness, so to speak, on the Somersby estate, having a great time, loving it. Bobby's come down for 3 days. He hasn't seen a fish all week. I said to him, they're probably down at the Royalty. I mean, there's such low water, they're probably sat down here. Why don't we have a day down here? Paul Shotler told me that you're doing a 25-day ticket. I thought, that's good value, let's give it a shot. Come down here.
If he went and fished in the River Lee in Hampshire, he'd have a £25 salmon, I guarantee it.
I don't know, I just looked at
I'm
it.
trying to be
The video,
happy
I've got
for
the
him, but
take, I've got the
absolutely
fight,
gutted.
I've got the underwater shot, I've got the whole caboodle. I'll tell you what.
If you've got the link, give it to Nigel now.
Wait, is it, I presume it's going to your,
It will.
your site?
Yeah.
Oh, you,
So
right,
yeah.
okay.
So and
Right,
you know
I'll
what?
leave you guys to it.
John, thanks a lot, man.
No problem.
Well,
My arse. Absolutely is it.
it was your spinner, by the way.
Was it?
Do you know what? Paul
See you
Shotler
in a
lost it.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cheers.
thanks.
Paul Shotler lost the 25 on that spinner up
Yeah.
in the Somerset estate, and he reckons it might have been 30.
Really?
Those big boys like them, and I found out from John Lavelle that they like a bit of blue and silver on a slightly overcast day, and it was perfect. Honestly, it just hit it within the third cast. I looked at it, I predicted the fish was there, I had a feeling about it, and bang, it just hit it. And do you know what? When that took off, it took off towards the railroad bridge. And I've lost so many big fish, Nigel, over the years. £30 all the way through, no messing. A solid rod and a decent reel, and it did the business.
Where were you standing when you hooked it?
I was standing to the left of the point before you get to the bridge. Just to your left, there's a curve. I was standing on that curve and I upped it down the tail. I saw that lovely tail kicking into there. So on the tail. Right. I think this is a good thing to actually show the ladies and gentlemen, my viewers, the fishery. There's your fishery, and there's all the famous. These are classic salmon pools that have produced monster fish. Okay, they've produced monster fish over the years, and in fact I'm going to take you down to Tony Tim's museum where there's a cast, and I think Nigel you'll confirm this, there's a cast of, was it a £40 salmon, is it?
This the Hampshire record, there's a match there, 41-12, a guy called a week apart.
What's the record?
Something like 40,
Close to 50, isn't it? It's not far off. 44?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'll go down and have a look.
Go and have a look through this.
Yeah. Well, thanks Nigel.
It's huge.
Yeah, wonderful. You know, I'd love to come back and do this again. I mean, to be honest with you, my gut instincts tell me that this is the prime. We're 4 or 5 weeks behind on the weather. The
There's
syndicate,
still big fish coming in.
the syndicate's shut down now, thinking everything's up for the coursemen. But I promise you, this is the peak of the salmon season here on the Royalty. I promise you,
Well,
no doubt.
When the grills arrive, that's when you'll get the numbers.
Yeah, but the big boys are still here.
That's
Yeah.
the weather we have.
Thanks, Nigel. Appreciate it.
No worries.
Yeah. Right, we're in the rod room. Let's do this properly. So we're in the rod room, down at the Royalty Fishery, and there we go. This is being done by Tony Timms, I think. He's done a lot of the work in here, I understand, and I'm just going to show you. Just have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is a real cast of a real salmon caught off the Royalty Fishery, and Bobby Windsor's in here with me. Look, Bob, look at the size of that clonker. Look at it. 49 pounds. Let's have a look. So we've got the Hampshire Avon, Christchurch, on the 27th of February 1952. We have got on the Green Banks pool, weight of 49 pounds, just a pound short of the 50, that magical 50, a length of 50 and a half, a girth of 27, cockfish, and the captor, Mr. G.M. Howard. Wow, what about that? That is an absolute clonker. What a beauty. What a beauty. So that would be, well, I was 31, so that's another 18 pounds on top of what I've caught today. That is fantastic. And right, I've got to read you this little article here. This is in the papers. New salmon record for Hampshire Avon. Mr. G.M. Howard, expert Southampton angler, started his season well on Wednesday, the 27th of February, when he caught a perfect cock salmon of 49 pounds and incidentally created a new salmon record for the Hampshire Avon. The previous Avon record salmon was caught at Fordingbridge, also on the Hampshire Avon, in 1929 and weighed in at 48.5 pounds. I must give the Fordbridge pool a go. Mr. Howard's fish, which was making its first return from the sea, was 4 foot 2 inches long and had a girth of 26 inches. Mr. Howard took the fish from the Royalty Fishery at Christchurch with a silver sprat mounted on 2 sets of trebles Mr. J.B. Parkinson, the head bailiff, played his part well by gaffing the salmon after 20 minutes, when it appeared likely that the fish would go under the railway bridge, well, I know that one, and into danger. I'm glad mine didn't. This is not the first time a silver sprat has been lucky for Mr. Howard, for twice in 1 week last year he caught a 41 3/4 pound salmon on the silver sprat. These fish were the heaviest before his recent record to be caught on the Royalty water in 23 years. Both the fish were caught within 100 yards of each other, the second taking 45 minutes to gaff. In bringing the latter to the gaff, Mr. Howard got stuck in floodwater, fell over, but managed to keep his line tight. Congratulations, Mr. Howard, and we can't help asking, what's the secret? That's the Southern Daily Echo. What a great article that was. Fantastic, and great to have it in the museum here. And these are the two fish again. Just look at them, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the big one, 49 pounds. Wow, fantastic. And over here we've got a Royalty, is this a double? Again caught by Mr. G.M. Howard. 41 3/4 pounder, cockfish, and that was caught at Hayter's Pool on the 11th of April 1951. Let's have a look, yeah. And then on the 18th, a week later, on the 18th of April 1951, we have a 41 3/4 pound cockfish from Edward's Pool, my favourite ever pool on the Royalty. 18th of April 1951. That is an absolute stunning brace of salmon in a week. Ladies and gentlemen, what can I say? Breathless, breathless. I think what we've got in here, ladies and gentlemen, is a really, really top history of the Royalty and all the rods. You can see we've got pictures going back years and years and years. You've got all the old rods, all the lovely old tackle that's in here. Just look at it all, Bob. Isn't it nice? Does it bring back memories for you? Some of this stuff?
Very much so. Especially some of the keepers there. I knew a few of these keepers.
Let's have a look at the keepers. Can you show me the keepers?
I knew Ken.
So let's have a look at the keepers then.
Ken Keynes.
Can I video this? Because I actually caught a salmon with his fly.
Bill Purdy.
And you've got Bill Purdy, have
Knew
you?
him.
What period did he cover? 60 to 72.
Yeah.
Ken Keynes
Alan
was...
Godfrey, I knew him.
Alan Godfrey. And
Yeah.
what was his period? 79 to 98.
Yeah.
That's, I think that's the Alan that Paul Shuttler was telling me about, that helped him out on a few pools.
Well, be.
Yeah. The late Lieutenant Colonel David, was that Ransley? He was a fishery manager in 86 to 90.
Hayter. There's a pool named after him, Hayter's Pool.
Ah yes, there's a pool named after him. What year was that? Let's have a look. So that would be fishery manager from 1906 to 1946. 40 years of service on the fishery. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You know what we've got now? Who else have we got here? We've got Henry Joseph Preston, keeper, 1873 to 1913. And there he is. Wow.
Have a look at the book, Paul, to see what size the fish have been caught.
Yeah, I will in a second. I'm just going through the keepers, Bob. Just bear with me. And now what else have we got here?
I don't know what the book is.
We've got Frederick Tizard. That name rings a bell. We've got
Yeah.
a couple of pools called Tizard on the Summersley estate, so I wonder if that's the same person. He's fishery manager from 73 to 1909. Let's have a look. There he is. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't that lovely? Beautiful. And these are all the keepers here. So we've gone through those three. Got Joseph Brian Mowbray, Parkinson, 46 to 57. That's lovely. And then we're moving on to Jack Davis, head keeper, 46 to 64. Jack Davis. I'm sure that'll bring back a few memories for a few people that fished back in the 60s. And there he is. And then we're moving down to Canes. I've heard that name so many times from my friend. There he is, Canes. And let's have a look at the date on that. Now he was here from 1980 to 89. Then we've got Bill Pardee, so he was 60 to 72. There's Bill. Right, we got to Bill Pardee, and now we're moving on to Captain Peter Green, who was 1960 to 85. And there we go. So there's a picture of him, with his dog. And then we've got, moving on from him, who have we got here? This is Dickie Dacking, Dick's Hole, Pallet Swim. Keeper from 60 to 98. Let's have a look. There he is. And then let's have a look and see who we've got here. This is Walter or Wally Watson, keeper from 60 to 78. Okay, then moving down, we've got David Ransley, Fishery Manager, 86 to 1990. And he's up on the parlour pool. There we go. That's lovely. And who else we got? That's Alan Godfrey with Lady, his dog, keeper in 79 to 98. Isn't that lovely? Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. And then we're moving on to Andy Sloan, 89 to 2001. There's Andy Sloan. And then we've got Doug Terry, keeper, from 2001 to 2006, holding a pike. There he is. And then moving on, we've got the keeper when I first started at Royalty was Dave Burgess, who showed me a few things down here my first year in the Royalty, and he's got a pike, a good sized pike there, and he's got his dog with him. And he was fishery manager here from 2001 to 2009. So that was a good innings. Well, there's Dave. And then we're moving on to Jason. Now Jason Lewis, he's the MD, let's have a look, of Southern Fisheries. And there we go, holding a beautiful fish there. Look at that, isn't that a cracker? And to me that looks as though, I wonder where that is that just below the weir? That looks like an absolute beauty. Let's have a look at the fish. That's a nice fish. Look at that, it's a stunner. Cockfish, very nice. And then we've got Nick Cave, keeper from 2008 to 2011. There's Nick Cave. And then the current keepers you'll see is Romy and John Dennis, who's currently the keeper since 2009. And there they are. Wonderful. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Wow, just look at that. What a beautiful barbel. And that was donated by Tony. I think it was Tony and, is it Michelle? So look, yeah, Tony and Michelle Timms. I know Tony's put a lot of work into this, a lot of history. And thank you, Tony, for sharing all this with us. It's so fantastic. I just love being in here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever get a chance to go to the Royalty, do arrange for a little pop-in visit and have a look at the history of the Royalty here. It's stunning. We don't have time to do it all, but I thought I'd just show you a few of the pictures, some of the fish that have been caught here. So we've got some big barbel up here. Nice barbel, beautiful barbel. Wow, look at that, that's a record pike. Look at the size of it. It's a clonker. See some information on that one. 38 pound plus, December 1992, Simon Webber caught that. on the fishery here. Isn't that lovely? Big, big girl. Got some really big barbel in here. Really big barbel. We've got a massive river carp up here as well. Just look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the size of that. River carp. Let's have a look at it. So that was caught on the royalty, £33 and 9 ounces. It's common. That was Richard. I think that was Richard Wiki, and that was September 2006. Right, look at this. What a picture this is. Mr. Crabtree goes salmon fishing. The legendary Bernard Venables in 1963, and he's got a beautiful salmon there. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go in. Happy, happy, happy days. Oh, man. What a beauty. What a beauty. That's lovely. Wonderful, wonderful fishing. And we've got a picture down here. This is the opening day. Let's have a look at this one here. This is the opening day of the season, 1st of February 1966. Photo by the Royal photographer John, is that Tarleton? Look at that, just look at that. Opening season, look at those salmon. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, back to the action. Just had a 4 or 5 pound brown trout landed outside here. Just rushed off to see it. What we've got here, Frank, is that Frank Crutcher? 35 pound salmon, April 78. Let's have a look at her. Beautiful, nice fish. And above that we've got another 35.5 caught by Dave Pulling, and that's an absolute stunner. What a beauty that is. Let's have a look at her. Oh man, 19th of March 73. That was on the Devon Minnow on the railroad pool, right where I had my fish today. So there we go. I can relate to that one. And then above we've got a 30 pound salmon, which is caught by Pat Harkin on the 11th of June 1988. So let's have a look at that. That's a stunner. That's a beauty. Really, really nice. And that was caught on the house pool. It's a particularly interesting fish as the scale reading revealed it to be a previous spawning fish. There we go. Very interesting indeed. And then above them we've got a couple more big salmon. Let's have a look. Miko Ruddick, 30 pounds and a half salmon, West Weir, 6th of April 1987. Let's have a look at her. Nice picture. And then we've got another big one here. Let's have a look at this one. So we're looking at Jeff Godfrey, 35 pound salmon, West Weir, February 1973. Another good fish. Another big one there. Tony Timms, 33.5 pound salmon on the Edwards pool on the 21st of April 1987. Let's have a look at that one. Oh, beauty. It's a cracker. There's Tony in his younger day. And that's an absolute stunner. Beautiful fish there, Tony. And now what have we got over here? Let's have a look. Edward Dew, 40 pound salmon from Hayter's pool. Well, what was that caught on? I have to go up and have a look, but look at the size of it. Oh, beautiful. There were the days. And there's the salmon for you. It's a cracker. Cockfish. And then we've got a couple more up here. There we go, that's a big boy. A few more. Another big one. Wow, there's a lot of big fish here. A lot of big fish here. Wonderful fishing. There's another one up there. Look at the size, that's a big one. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Cracking fish, cracking fish. Happy days, happy days. Right, I've got the names of these now. Now, let's have a look. This one here, I can now see better. So we've got, that was on a silver sprat, 4th of February 1961. There we go. And that one was, let's have a look. Clifford Spittle, 42.5 pound salmon. Look at the size of it. What a beauty. And let's look at this one here. What have we got here? 45 pound Haters Pool, Mr. E.C. Fawcett, 1965, the year I was born. Let's have a look. Big cockfish, big cockfish. And there we go. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen, isn't that wonderful? And then we've got these last two here. So let's have a good look at them. Alright, we've got 39 pound salmon on the Royalty, March 1951. Caught by, on the left, Captain George Edward Thomas, Easton, MCOBE, and that was in 1987 to 79. Famous racing driver and 3 times world land speed record holder in the 1920s and 1930s. What a bit of history that is. Let's have a look. There's the man. Wow. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then there's the salmon, just look at her. Wow. Such beauty, absolute beauty. And then this one, what we got here? We've got Jack Tizard, 46, is that 46.5? Salmon of Jack's Corner. That was caught at 4:15 PM on the 23rd of March 71, taken on a golden sprat. Wow. Was that 49 I saw? 46.5, 46.5. Look at it. Just look at it. That's massive. Beautiful fish. Beautiful fishing. The Royalty certainly has produced some big fish in its time. Absolutely stunning. And of course this one here, these pair here, take me away. Take my breath away. Look at them. Absolute clonkers. And of course this big one here, look at it, look at it, oh my word. And that could be sitting on the Royalty or on any part of the Hampshire Avon running up. A fish of massive, massive proportions. Wonderful, wonderful days. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a fantastic, fantastic day at the Royalty here on June the 19th. It's been wonderful. We caught the big Atlantic salmon, 31 pounds out of the railroad pool, and that was a beautiful fish, clean, fresh cockfish, biggest for me ever. Never had anything over 30, so I met my goal. I set that goal 2 years ago. I came so close to getting a 30 on the Summersley estate. I came down here, first time in 6-7 years since I fished the Royalty, and on my first day managed to catch that huge Atlantic salmon. And beautiful fish it was, and so grateful for all those that helped me, and particularly John Dennis, who's the gamekeeper here, who helped me with the landing and weighing. And I want to thank all those other guys that helped with photography, Gary Robson as well. Thank you so much for all the help and support you've given me on this wonderful day. And also my mate Bobby Windsor, who came down and joined me. We booked out the parlour pool and we had a ticket to fish the rest of the river. We spent about an hour or two up in the parlour. As soon as I arrived, Bobby was into a small little pike, and we eventually worked our way down and had some wonderful sport. We've had 5 brown trout to 7 pounds. I've had 3 pike. I've had that big Atlantic salmon. It's been wonderful. And so just wanted to end the session here on this classic pike pool here on the Royalty. I hope you've enjoyed the video. The wildlife has been spectacular. I'm going to leave you with some wildlife clips. A little egret down below the falls, fishing for little minnows and disturbing all the mullet, erupting. I'll leave you with that. I hope you enjoy it. And it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from PGTV. Thank you so much. Right, where's that little egret gone? There he is. On the falls, got him in flight. He's in flight, off he goes. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, look at that, he's landing it. Oh, beautiful, got a lander. How about that? Isn't that lovely? And that's his fishing spot, just here on the royalty. There he is, just come down. We'll get a bit closer. Right, that little egret's come back. Just caught a 6-pound brownie out of his pool. Just look at that. My goodness me. He's after those fish. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, look how beautiful that is. Little egret. Look, has he caught one? He's fishing. I'm just seeing him. Oh, look, he's using his foot. He's disturbing the small fish out of the weeds, and then he's hitting them with his mouth. That's an interesting style of fishing. So shaking his foot. Here he is. Look at his feet moving. Oh man. I'm so lucky to have this. He's going to fly. No, he's catching insects. He's actually trying to pick off insects in the look. Can't believe that. Oh yes, he's got a fish. Oh look, look. Oh, he's catching fish and swallowing them. Oh, we've hit a very good pool here. Look at this. Wonderful wildlife here on the royalty. Is he going to catch another one? So when he lifts his beak up in the air, that's when he's got a small little fish. And look, oh, I can't believe I'm getting these close-up images, but he's so happy to fish here. But I've caught, he's caught. He's a happy bunny, I'm a happy bunny. Man. And this is down on the Hampshire Avon on the royalty. Stunning, stunning wildlife photography down here. Really enjoying this, and zooming in now. Here he goes, look, what? Wow. Look at the fish he's chasing. He's herding them together against the bank and then hitting them. Look at that. Wow. Here he goes. What? The hunt is on, and off he goes. Beautiful, look at this, look. He's pushing the fish out of the weeds with his feet, and then he's going for it. Look, he's using his feet again. Swallows flying by as well. It's all happening here on the royalty. There's fish mullet behind him. He's chasing fish. He's chasing. Wow. What a stunner. What a stunner. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm really enjoying my day on the royalty. And that's the setting, ladies and gentlemen. We'll leave him to fish in peace. How about that? The ultimate fisherman. There's mullet being spooked in the background. And there you have a very, very, very wised up fisherman. Look at him, he's chasing minnows. We've got a hunt on. Look at this, down at the royalty, down below the falls. Look at that, he's chasing fish, he's getting excited. Oh, man. That's just lovely, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful. What a... Oh, look at the fish. He wants those mullet. He's after the mullet, I think, the small mullet. He's scaring all the fish in front of him. Let's see where he goes. Where's he going to go? See if he'll disturb a salmon for me. Send him up this way. Look at that, look at that, look at that. He's... Man. Is he going to get one for us? Let's see if we can get one on cam. Look at the fish moving. Shoals are moving. Has he got one? That was his first one. It's working it. Look at those feet, yellow feet. Come out on him. And he's chasing those little fish. Now he's poised, look at him. He's moving pretty fast. He's working the shallow pools and there's fish jumping all over him, look at him. Must be mullet, surely. Has he got one? Still going. It's working all the shadows. What? Fish are erupting here. Just look at him chasing all these mullet. They're getting the heck out of there. Look at that, they're getting out the heck out of there. Has he got one? Off he goes. And there's the hunting of the little egret. Here on the Royalty, on the Hampshire Avon. Stunning wildlife, and it's happening right here. Live footage. And we'll say goodbye. Right, look at the tail off this pool here. That is lovely. Just look at it, that's asking for salmon running through there. Isn't that nice? And that runs all the way down that tail, all the way down here. I'm going to put my spinner through that lot. And that works all the way down towards Johnson's and the bridge, the flyover bridge below, which could be holding fish further down. So I'm going to give that a go. We've got some lovely pied wagtails and grey wagtails that are working these gravel bars, picking off the flies. They're stunning, really. If I get one I'll zoom in on her, but I think that's really, really pretty. Look at that. That run looks lovely. I've got to give that a shot. Beautiful. And you've got a run over here as well. So you've got that run. So there's one on this side, you've got a run on that side. And you've got a pool above. And there you go, there's the wagtails coming through. Look, there you go. See if I can get one. Zoom in on that. Is that wagtail? There it is. There it is, a pied wagtail. So you're getting some stunning bird life here as well. There's a pair of them. There's one that's coming. Oh man. The Royalty has it all. It's got the salmon, it's got the wildlife. Lovely people. I can totally recommend it. So, so beautiful down here. Can't believe I've not been here for so many years. And it's really, really, really nice. Look at that. Oh. Going to start wagging for us? Oh, they're going to be picking up the flies. Oh, there's a shuffle. Look, there's a shuffle. Isn't that just beautiful? And now we've got something jumping over here. Salmon jump. Oh man. Look, there's either a mullet, sea trout or salmon. It just surfaced there. I've got to put my spinner in there. We'll give it a shot. Beautiful. Pied wagtail. There's two of them. Oh, lovely. Really lovely. Beautiful. Flying off. We've got cuckoo in the background as well. Man, beautiful. They're going to come out for us. Here they come. Off they go. Lots of them, and they're coming back. So hanging around. There they are, they're all down there. Let's go in and see. On the Hampshire Avon, look, there we go. Feeding on the plants, look. Having a few, they're quibbling a bit. There we go, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Close-ups. Aren't they lovely? That's a stunner. Look at that beautiful bird. In fact, that might be, I don't think that is a starling, it might be another bird. I'm trying to remember what they're called. There's several of them. They're similar to the starling, but they're not the starling, they're a different type of bird. Because the starlings are much shinier than that, so they're not starling. We'll have to look that up when we get back, but there's a whole flock of them down here. Look, all together here, down on the Royalty, below the falls. Getting some great wildlife down here. It's almost undisturbed down here. I can hear fish jumping as well. So, there we go. Off they go. Oh, in flight. Let them fly. Off they go. They're actually perched up on the power cable eyes. Let's have a look. There they are. Got some baby coots here, I think. Look at that, it's a baby coot. With his parents, there's two. They've got quite big now. That's lovely, and there's another bird on the nest. So it's all happening here down at the Royalty. We've got a couple of baby coots, and they're calling their mother, saying, "Feed me." I think she's teaching them how to feed themselves, so a bit of bird life just down here. There we go, that's the setting, just off Fiddlers. And there's a few mallards going through. We've got another bird on a nest there, I haven't quite worked out what that's doing. But these babies calling for their mum, "Feed me, mummy, feed me." Oh, aren't they lovely? Just look at that, isn't that beautiful? You hear him calling. That's just lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And there's the baby with its mother over there. Let's have a look at that one. Beautiful. Oh look, look, feeding him. It's feeding. Mother's feeding that baby. Isn't that lovely to see? Isn't that just beautiful? Even that size, the parents are still feeding their kids. That's lovely. Beautiful setting. And that's where we had the last brownie. It's just below Fiddlers here, on that corner, just waiting up and coming up on the maps. So pleased with that.